Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. Today I'm gonna do the poem, so this game's like psychological horror, and I got some creepy feelings from last episode. I don't know how, nothing from the game actually seemed creepy, but I don't know, I just got creepy feelings, so I'm gonna pick horror words. Tenacious. Huh, Yuri Brownson, she did that, she must like that word. Let's see, so I picked horror words. I don't know any horror words, but that one's me. Dark. So Yuri jumped to that one. Let's see. Lust. That's Yuri. Why does this? Why? Of course you'd be the one that jumped to that. Disaster. A disaster. A disaster. Massacre. Unrestrained. Yuri likes all the big words. Of course she does, because she's a sophisticated one, I can already tell. Fantasy. Oh, Natsuki liked that one. Hi. Natsuki, you jumped for that one. Incongruent, whatever that means. Effulgent, whatever that means. Uncontrollable. I'm uncontrollable. Yeah, I may not have that many subscribers or viewers, but I'll still upload anyways for the few people. You can't control me. Melancholy. Ambient. Judgment, which is spelled wrong. Disown. Wow, you... Frightening. Extraordinary. Oh, so you already like that one. Determination. Yuri is so easy to pick words for her. Hi again, Red. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Oh, don't worry. I can't run away. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Fred. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Well, I read a little bit of stories, but sure. Oh, come on, like you deserved any slack. Siri told me you'd even wanted to join any clubs this year. That's true. And last year, too. And the year before that, too. Yeah, true. I don't know if you just plan to just come here and hang out, or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Oh, okay, Natsuki, don't worry. I'll take it very seriously. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Oh, poor Natsuki. Don't worry, guys. Red always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. I'm trying to give Siri a little bit of a different voice than I did yesterday. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Yeah. That's funny, she's so clumsy. You two really are good friends, aren't you? I might be a little bit jealous. Oh really? Is that so, Yuri? How come you and Red can become good friends too? Sayori. What? Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? A gift from me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess it's up to me to light up the situation. Haha, light. There's a light right there. So that way the lighting's better in here. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't really expecting anything in the first place. Yeah, saving the situation. Sending a nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. Because I didn't expect nothing. It'll make me... I'll appreciate it no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, well, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. That's kind of how I am. It's like, you know, if you don't want it to be a big deal, I don't... Alright, we're here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. Kind of It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. Nah, I don't usually read, except for this. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so quote-unquote cute? I wouldn't say cute. Cute's more of the other girl's thing. Not so cute. She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. That's nice. Yuri, thanks. I might read this. Yeah, sure I do. I pretend to. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Okay, if I actually read it. Now that everyone... Well, I probably will if it's a horror book. I used to read horror books, like I said in the last episode. Now that everyone is settled in, I expected Monica to kick up some scheduled activities for the club, like the poems. But it doesn't seem to be the case. So Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this moment. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. Is it because I picked the horror-type words, the big words? But at the same time, I would feel bad for her, distract her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. Huh. More than that, she seems to want to be in the first few pages. Huh. Ah. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. Crap. She seeks another glance at me, and her eyes meet for a split second. Oh, jeez. That only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I wasn't looking at you. I was just looking in your general direction. Sorry about that. I might have been sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. I do that a lot too. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. Huh. So he wasn't focused. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... yeah. That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Yeah. Not for any particular reason. Yeah, sure. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... Oh, yesterday? Ah, that's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them. Yesterday? Ah, I see. Yeah, I see. Can't fool me, Yuri. There's something here fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I say let it go. I'll start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Oh, you mean like this? You mean like this? Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. You don't know what it's about? The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Oh, is it a septic eye? Top of the morning to you? Huh? Is it a septic eye? Alright. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Nice excuse you got there. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. Jeez. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. That would make a nice horror RPG. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. Dang. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You can't even say that out loud. You had to say that to yourself. You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Ahahaha. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. That almost sounded like them. Are you not a fan of this sort of thing, Red? What's with this grin when you said that? No, it's not that. I mean, I can enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. Like I said, I read some horror books once, and I play horror games at times, so I hope so. You hope so? Of course you do. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri was into those things. I didn't. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Same. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they just believe in, Yeah, I know that feel. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. Kind of like when in one of my stories where the protagonist becomes the villain, because you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I'm rambling, aren't I? Yeah, don't worry, I am too. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I was doing it too. I haven't lost interest or anything. Baka. Well, I guess it's all right then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books or writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I'm the same way with games and stuff, and anime and writing. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's, don't worry. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. And I do the same thing. I talk too much too. That just means I'm passionate about reading this game. The least I can do is listen. And the least you can do is watch me. This is a literature club after all. This is a YouTube video after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well just start reading it, right? You don't have to. Okay, good. I'm not gonna do it anyways. No, I'm just kidding. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you were saying you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive, a little nervous. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. Yeah. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Yeah. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. As if to freaking catch a glimpse of my expressions of what I'm thinking. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Are you sure you're not from Canada? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, I just did it again. Yeah, this should work, right? I slide my desk into the top against Yuri's, and I hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders almost touching. Oh my god! Oh my god! Getting closer. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess this might kind of makes it difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh. Yeah, this is pretty close. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. Hey, wait, so... That means this is my hand? That's cool. And I recently learned that the right-click button is you can do that to see. So, you can do that to... It's probably to take a screenshot if you wanted. But I do the same with my right arm. Oh, yeah. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. Oh, jeez. It's actually kind of distraction. Oh, man. Oh, man. It's as if I could feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Yeah, that's what you meant. Sorry. Oh, jeez, now I'm the one getting distracted. For a second there, I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. Hi there. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Actually, I read kind of fast, and I say things kind of fast too. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. Even though I don't really need you to be patient because I can read fast, we continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finished the page before me, somehow, because I read it pretty fast too, but Well, so I'll just turn by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Oh man, so much intimacy! Oh, jeez, really? My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to the other side as she catches it under her own thumb. This guy needs to get out more. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No wonder you read it. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I could see into her head or anything, or that I could see your personality from just... But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. You know, I'm kind of that same way also, of what he just said. I second-guess myself a lot too. I see. Oh, well that moment's over. That was cute, I guess. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But Red, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Why? Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Whoa, wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. In fact, I'm kind of the same way. So, sorry, I didn't really know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I mean, I'm not. Really, I guess. I guess I meant that it's kind of cute. You could say that. Because it's sure cute when I do it, right? No. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. I wonder what she was going to say. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. She looks like she's more relieved. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Well, yeah, because she was shy about sharing her poems. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Ow, thanks a lot, Yuri. Don't worry, didn't hurt. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer that I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference. I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? Yeah, that's a good way to do it. That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Really? Alright. I stand up and make a mental note of where I left off in the book, but I'll probably forget anyways, and then slip it into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, of course I would. My relaxation ends. Oh jeez. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Oh jeez. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Yuri and Monica enthusiastically pulled out their poems. Yuri's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaves torn from his spiral notebook. Wow. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Of course she did. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reach into their own bags. I do the same myself, reluctantly. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, I got a lot of Yuri for that, whole poem thing, so I guess I'll show her first. Yuri seems to be most experienced, so I should start with her. I could trust her opinion to be fair. Yeah. Well, we'll see about that one. Oh. As Yuri reads poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. No, do that. Exceptional. I'm not gonna do that the whole time. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Your fur covers the mouth that ends up covering off all help little bees. Oh. He's going to hate me. Why would I hate you for saying exceptional? You did nothing wrong, Yuri. Yuri did nothing. I've never thought I'd say that. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? My reaction... I think it's not that I'm in love with you or anything. Yuri takes breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment. But this is actually my first time. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I knew that. I just meant, Yuri is unable to find an excuse. She reads my poem. Maybe there's something I can find wrong with this. Why does I get a sense of deja vu from that? She traces her finger along as if breaking down more story, like, where can I find it he did wrong? Yeah, okay, this is the reason I was able to tell now. It's that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize is new writers that they try to make the style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her trend thoughts, it's as if her demeanor totally changes, unlike me. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. You know, logic actually applies to videos also. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? Natsuki? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't talk about people like that. It's not like she actually likes you or anything. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Mind if I read your poem now? Oh, please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Well, I'm sure you would. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Sounds like you're a little bit stuck in the past. Same though. I'm sorry I've touched such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking at all. It's pretty, I guess you call it fancy. But it took you a long time to read. Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. It's pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. I think I can relate to it. I'm a little bit stuck in the past. I have a little shell behind me too. I meant that figuratively. Why do I feel like there's actually something behind me just then? Oh jeez. I'm not trying to sound like Morty when I say that, but damn. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I mean, really glad. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. And something easy to get. Are you into ghost, Yuri? Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Red. Really? I must have totally missed the point then. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Yeah, I did read it pretty fast, somehow. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in past last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. Yeah, that's what I got. And soon to be left with nothing. Oh, jeez. Same, though. That's a lot more solemn put in that way. Sure, of course you did. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive, too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you and the others. You think so? Yeah, sure. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Red. Thanks. Me too. I'm going to do the best for me too. Wrecked. Okay, how about Monica? Hey, Monica. Whoops, said Monica. Instead of Monica. Hi, Red. Every time I say that, it reminds me of Hey, Girl, in that Dangerous remix. That bum 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 bum. Hey, girl. Hi, Red. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, again, have you ever any suggestions for the club? Like new activities or things that we can do better? I'm always listening. Always. Well, that's glad to know, Monica. Don't be afraid to break things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up, especially. Because you guys can't just give me the creeps. I'm better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Can't be embarrassing like that last game that I just played. God damn it, Necropara. Don't worry. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrel that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Red. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Oh, really? I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
You sure did.
Something creepy just happened. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low, and then I hit you with something big. Show you how much of a pro I really am. That way, it always counts that I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? I can tell. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism, and unlike Yuri, who likes using simple and direct words like to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. Yeah, it's very challenging to write that like that effective. I should have talked to you last. Both allowing people to get something out of it by just feel, or let them deeply analyze all the nuances. It could take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near any of your guys' level yet. But don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find a kind of style that suits you, and the best waffle that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased to their own kinds of styles. But I always help you find who suits you the most. I mean, what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to impress them or anything. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Why do I feel a bit of deja vu there again? God damn. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know, kind of like Mommy, from Monica Magico. I see, actually, I was actually thinking the same thing. How'd you know that? Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the sparks will protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? Oh no, and if I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I'm real, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever to anything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, and I was looking out. And he, on the other side of the screen, was looking in. Hello. So, what do you think? I don't know, but I think I get what you mean. I think I get what the poem means. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Actually, I think I get it. Being stuck in something, I feel like, is what that was. Well, I'm not sure really know if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some sort of kind of epiphany recently. You mean the kind of sense of deja vu? Because that's what I'm feeling right now. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? What kind? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous about deep stuff like that because it's coming on strongly. Maybe everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's rhyme tip of the day. Sometimes with writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. It's not like I said specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tie it up later. I'm saying this so fast, jeez. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. See, that's why I'm saying it fast, so I don't stand to get too fixated on one point. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. You're welcome.